So what's the feeling there in Scotland with the unionism and stuff? Is it strong, like to stay in the union?
Well, in 2024, the biggest plebiscite ever, it was 55-45. And I would imagine it's probably still around about that. There's always a hardcore of Scottish nationalists who always make up about 25 to 30% of people, regardless of what. And then you have a floating percentage that doesn't make their mind up one way or the other.
Glad to hear it.
And then you've got your hardcore unionists as well, which are again 25 to 30% of the population. So there's kind of 25-30% in the middle that don't really know that can leap about. But certainly, as far as the fortunes of the SNP has been concerned, it's not. It's taken a tanking with after Sturgeon and Humza Yousaf's awful governorship, and there's also here in Scotland, as in the rest of the United Kingdom, there is an upsurge in support for the Reform Party, which is which is estimated to get maybe between 8 and 14 seats next year. So it's all in flux at the moment, and everybody thought Labour was going to win in 2026 easily, but because of Keir Starmer and the general bad news about that, you know, the general poor showing of the Labour Party in London, it's no longer for certain that Anas Sarwar will do as well as was expected. So it's going to be a very interesting election one way or the other, but there's going to be changes. There's going to be changes. And in fact, just reading today, Fergus Ewing, who's who's been in the SNP since the very beginning, and who's been in the Scottish Parliament since the very beginning, he said that he's going to no longer stand for the party because he doesn't think it's representative of what he calls all of Scotland. But he is thinking of standing as an independent in 2026. So that would be quite good. He's always been a thorn in the side of the SNP, and he's the nearest thing that they've got to a kind of traditionalist, as it were, because the rest are just terribly, terribly woke, and all the sins, in fact, that go along with that. Pat, I know you need to get away for 8 o'clock.